What's up, green team? How is everybody doing? Yes, she's back again for a drive-in vlog. We're gonna come up with a name for it, but right now we just kind of winging it. Y'all know the routine. It's dark out, so I'm headed on into work. I'm actually up a little bit more this morning than I have been. How's everybody? Is everybody up moving around? I'm sure y'all probably not up. Not everybody's up this time of morning, but it's all good. It's all good. Oh my goodness, very eventful day yesterday. Got my little hat on this morning, and I have my my scarf. I just took my jacket off and put it over there because I don't need it right now. And I'm looking at, I live in a gated community, so I was like, what is going on with this gate? Because at one point it looked like it was going to open, and another point it was like, looked like it was about to close again. So I'm like, okay. Anywho, I'm headed on in to work. And as I was about to say, I got my hat on, I got my scarf, I got my jacket, I got my gloves, because it is 42 degrees here. Yesterday, last night, it actually was, by the time we went to bed, I think it was like 30 some odd degrees. So we got a little, what do you call it, a cold front came through. Not really sure how long it's gonna last. They say it's gonna, the highest it's gonna get today is probably just gonna be like in the low 50s. So I don't mind cold weather, I just don't like freezing weather. And I don't like freezing weather. I can't see, lady. I hate when people do that. They pull out so far that you can't see what the hell is going on. So, I just don't like freezing weather, and when it's wet, because to me, you know, it's one thing to be cold, it's one thing to be wet, but it's something totally different to be cold and wet. And then if the wind is high, that just makes it worse. So anyway, yesterday turned out to be a pretty good day. So got me a little rest, and you know, we ready to get in this thing for the day. So I am glad to be back. I do want to, I was thinking about it this morning, but I completely forgot by the time I got ready to walk out the door. I have this little ring light, and it actually clips onto your phone so that you have a ring light when you're filming. And I was like, oh man, I could pull out that little, because I was going through all my electronic stuff and trying to figure out what I needed to increase the quality of my videos, and to kind of, you know, make sure that I had plenty of battery life and all that sort of thing, because I have 2 cameras. And then like right now I film with my it's like an old iPhone, and I actually have a Samsung S9, which the camera quality is way better, but your girl, I have a case on it, and I'm just absolutely paranoid about taking my case off so that I can put it in this holder to film. So I just don't want no issues, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to happen to my phone. But so I figure, you know, the iPhone is doing just fine. I've been filming with it. It's okay. The other thing is that I've been trying to make a decision about what like the next computer. Sorry about the light, you guys. It was a record truck. It looked like he was trying to bring a car into the street that I was on, and it's a little narrow, so I had to come out. But the next computer that I invest in, I've never had an Apple device. This iPhone that I have, I can't really say that I have had an iPhone per se, because this iPhone, it was an old iPhone that my mom had, and she didn't want it anymore, and so she was asking me did I want it, thinking I was going to activate it, but I never activated it because I like my Android devices. And so I've always used it just to listen to music, or until I got an iPod. So I have had an iPod, but that's like the extent of it. But as far as like an iPhone where it had service for me to talk on and stuff, I've never had that. I've always had an Android. I've never owned an Apple device, like a computer or anything like that. So I am considering my next computer to be a MacBook. I was trying to remember what it was called, a MacBook. I'm considering that because I've heard, not so much because, you know, Apple devices are all the rage, but specifically because I heard that, I think iMovie is what it's called. You know, people are really loving that as a video editing software. But before I make that decision, I am going to, there's two things that I need to do. One, I found, because I was using the Windows Movie Maker, which everybody knows that Microsoft has pretty much, they don't support it anymore because it's obsolete. You can still download it. It still works. I've used it. I've never had an issue with it. But there are some serious limitations with the software because, you know, all the neat little bells and whistles that you would have with a software, video editing software that you may have paid for, you just don't have that. Excuse me. One of the video editing softwares that I heard a lot about, and a couple of YouTubers have mentioned it, is the Adobe Premiere Pro. I think that's how you say it. I know it's Adobe, but I think it's Premiere Pro or something. And I've actually looked into that a couple of times, and the pricing's not bad. It's not the money. It's not about that. For me, it's about, do I want to learn something all over again, so close to the time that I am going to be rebooting my channel? Do I want to wait until after I reboot my channel to start purchasing stuff like that so that I can, use what I have and then just kind of take my time learning how to use the new software and then incorporate it once I feel comfortable? So these are the decisions that I'm thinking about. So it's the Adobe Premiere Pro. So the other thing is that, as I was talking about the Windows Movie Maker, one of the reasons that Microsoft stopped supporting it and it's no longer available like on any of the latest versions of Microsoft Office is because they actually upgraded their, it's called Microsoft Photos. And I didn't find this out until over the weekend because I was like, you know what? I had actually paid, before they made it obsolete, I had paid for like a little upgrade to Windows Movie Maker so I can have a few more features, even though it wasn't like a whole lot, but it did offer me some other things. And so when I found out, I was like, well, did they replace, I was just curious this weekend. I was like, well, I know they said Windows Movie Maker is obsolete, but did they replace it with something? Or did they just kind of abandon the whole idea of having video editing software? Like, what did they do? So I found out that they replaced it with Microsoft Photos. And so my thing is, as an end user, I would not have thought to open up Microsoft Photos unless I was editing a photo to see that there was actual video editing software incorporated into that, which is crazy. Because I'm like, okay, I know you use it to edit your photos, but why in the world would I think that, that's what they moved to? Like, to me, logically, that's not where my brain went. So I opened up Microsoft Photos, and I did pull in some clips and everything and I kind of set up, they call it, so when you have pictures and you have multiple clips that you need to merge together, obviously you want to do your intro, your outro, your thumbnail, and all that kind of stuff. you pull that you pull those things, those files in, and then you have to add it to what's called a timeline. So once you add it to the timeline, you can put it in whatever order you want it to. It seems pretty easy, pretty user friendly. You can put it in whatever order you want to put it in. You can bring it in, you can bring it out. I don't know what the technical terms are. I do have a couple clips that I have to snip, beginning and end, because of the way that I was filming. I turned my phone and my camera turned the shot like in a weird angle. But I can snip those with this software. I guess most softwares you can't. I can snip that particular section of the footage and then flip it back the correct way. And so, but there's all kinds of stuff. It has like different camera effects, and I was like, okay, Microsoft, I see you. For a little, low end software that's, they try to make it user friendly and stuff like that. And I try to experiment with new software without going to the help guide and to the FAQ and all that stuff, to see how easy it is for me to pick it up. And this seems pretty easy. I did have trouble yesterday when I was trying to show my son, because he's gonna be helping me, with videos and stuff. He has to learn my editing style and learn, he I think he said he has a YouTube channel, but I don't think it's active or anything. Anyway, he's going to be helping me out periodically. So when I was talking to him about it, and I was trying to pull up they call it a video project. When I was trying to pull up the video project that I was kind of playing and testing the software with, I saw it, I clicked on it, and it just seems like there was like this long hesitation. I wasn't sure if it was responding. I thought I was going to have to close the software down. I hit F5, it refreshed, and then all of a sudden it opened up. So it was, I don't know if it was my computer or if it was the software, but it was doing something weird. So I said today that I was going to just go back to it and just kind of see what was going on. And I think before I open it, I'm probably going to reboot my computer. I'm a huge fan of making sure that you restart your computer. Like for me at work, I turn my computer off on Friday because sometimes they do upgrades and stuff over the weekend, just different stuff. This wind is high out here, y'all. And at home, I leave my computer up because I never know. I'm kind of in mood sometimes where I'm done, I'm done for the day, and then, I remember I got to go back upstairs. So I usually leave it on for a couple days or whatever. And so it's time for me to reboot, because I try to reboot a few times a week. And I haven't seen any messages about like needing to install updates or anything like that, but we'll see. Anyway, so I'm gonna restart my computer, and then I'm actually going to launch the software and see if I get the same issue. And if I do not, I'm going to just kind of attribute it to the fact that maybe I needed to restart my computer, or maybe my computer was just taking its time waking up or whatever. Nevertheless, it's no big deal. I just want to see how the software responds. So those are the two things I want to before I consider Adobe Premiere. Actually, before I consider the MacBook, I want to consider the Adobe Premiere Pro. But before I do consider the Adobe Premiere Pro, I want to experiment a little bit with editing the videos and the quality of the editing with the Microsoft Photos video editing software, and see how it makes me feel. And if I feel like, I need to go ahead and purchase, purchase something extra, because, I barely, I only got like 120 some odd subscribers, and I really have to put the work in before I feel like investing too much money into the channel, because I want to make sure that, this is something that I'm going to be able to consistently do, and is going to be worth it. And it's not to say that y'all are not worth it, but I'm just saying, I want to make sure that I'm, making wise decisions about this channel and what I'm putting into it and things like that. And it's because so far, what I have is working. The other thing is I want to, at some point, not right now, because my Nikon, I have a Nikon, and then I have a Sony A5100, I think. And I really haven't got a a whole lot of use out of either one of those. And I know that because the reason I bought the Sony is because I bought the Nikon thinking I was gonna be able to vlog with it because it had a flip screen and all that. Baby, let me tell you something. I was so mad when I got that camera because the only way the flip screen even benefits you is if you're filming like you're when I cook and the camera's pointing straight down. That's the only time I can see the daggone screen. Or if I'm standing behind it and I'm shooting something else and not myself, like it's not meant for vlogging. And so the Sony screen flips out for me to be able to see and everything. And then the other thing was when I was talking to somebody about the Nikon, and I was reading up on it, it kept saying that there wasn't a like, because the Nikon takes like regular, I believe it's AA batteries, and I bought some rechargeable batteries so that I didn't have to worry about having to continuously buy batteries. And so what I noticed is that even with the rechargeable batteries, it seemed like the camera, it died kind of quickly. It didn't last for a long time. I mean, most cameras don't, but I'm like, it just seems like this one was struggling, keeping the charge or whatever. And I thought it was the batteries, but I tested the batteries and something else. It was the camera. So what I did was, I did a little bit more research while I was researching the Windows, the Microsoft software, video editing software, and found out, because I'm like, I have a DC port on this camera, so why in the world would they say that it didn't have a charging cable to go to it? Because it has an HDMI slot, and then it has a oh my goodness, it has an HDMI slot, then it has the other slot, and I don't know what it's called, but it's what you plug your cord into to plug it into your computer to transfer your images and things like that. And then there's a DC port. And so I was like, but DC is usually what you use to plug whatever device you're, into an electrical outlet. So I'm like, why in the world would they say it doesn't have a charge? It's, you can't charge it that way, or you can't plug it up when there's a port for it. So it didn't make any sense. Anyway, long story short, I went on Amazon, and I actually found the DC cable for the Nikon. It came in. I took the batteries out of the batteries wasn't in there anyway, because I always make sure I take them out because I don't want them to explode in the camera from sitting in there for so long. But there were no batteries in the camera. I plugged in the DC cable, and then I plugged it into a USB connection because they had USB on the other side. Hit the power button, and it turned on. So I'm like, okay, what is people talking about? Whatever. I said, so yeah, so I have to make sure I constantly I'm researching the device and stuff that I'm using a little bit more in detail. So have y'all ever done that where, you had a device and didn't realize like all the functionality of it? You've had it for a while and it's like, oh, I didn't realize it did this, or oh, this, that, and the other. Y'all ever had a situation like that? So if you did, comment below what that was, because I'm doing stuff like that all the time. I buy something to use, and it's like, you don't really take time to like see what all the settings are about and all that stuff, and it'd be like, whoa, I didn't know it did that. So anyway, and then the other thing was, like I said, it has an HDMI port, and I was reading up on what the HDMI port is for, and I noticed that on my Nikon it has the HDMI port, but it also has the same HDMI port on my Sony. And so I was like, when I looked up the cable for each of them, it was the same cable. So I was like, oh, cool. So I only have to buy one cable. So I did get the HDMI cable for the camera. And, anybody knows what an HDMI cable looks like for like a TV or whatever. It's completely different for a camera, because the one for the camera is like so extreme. It's so much smaller than the one for your TV. Y'all excuse me. So anyway, yeah. So I've just been running off at the mouth. about it for me. Those are the things that I've been thinking about, you know, trying to get ready to, and so by the time y'all see this video, I would have already rebooted my channel and stuff, but these are just some of the thoughts that I have and, you know, processes that I'm going through about what I need to reboot my channel. So, yeah, so that's about it. Do I have any vloggers or YouTubers out there that subscribe to my channel? If so, what devices are you shooting with? What are you taking your pictures with? What are you shooting your video with? You know, and just out of curiosity, you know, how long did it take you to learn your device and your software? You know, what do you feel like? You know, how long did it take you to figure out? And are you, you know, if you haven't figured out, you know, how long do you think it'll take you to figure it out? So yeah, but I've been checking out a whole bunch of different channels, and you know, and some of the content that I've been watching, I kind of surprised myself because I was like, I didn't know I was into that. So, but yeah, we ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, it's been interesting. And then also, you know, I'm coming back at a time where apparently, like some of the, you know, the YouTubers who've been on here for a few years and they have, you know, a couple 100,000 subscribers and a couple million subscribers and stuff, they're a little irritated right now because they say YouTube is changing like a lot of the rules and, you know, different stuff like that. So they're trying to navigate those. And from what I understand, like a huge part of the changes, you know, involves channels that either cater to or include children. And so that won't be me. I'm not, my content won't be geared towards kids. So anyway, I'll probably chime back in, give y'all a holler at the end of my day, let y'all know what's up. I don't really know, I can't process off the top of my head whether I need to stop after I get off of work or not, but about to get it in, about to drink my coffee, yes, and try to finish waking up. So I'll see y'all later. Peace. What's up, what's up, what's up, green team? I am back. It's the end of the day. Your girl is headed home. I'm so excited. So I don't know how many of you all follow Bloveslife. And if you don't know who she is a YouTuber who does mukbang videos. She does Fashion Nova hauls and a couple other things, but she's like known as the queen of seafood boils. And she put out her sauce. Her sauce sold out in no time flat. It was a spicy version of her sauce, sold out no time flat. And she recently launched another batch of sauce. It was for the mild. I don't know if the spicy is on sale right now. I hadn't checked. I only got the notification about the mild sauce, which is perfectly okay because according to the way she eat, she can eat some spice. You heard me? And my body won't be able, I love spicy food, but I know for a fact based on the way people reacting to this sauce, there's no way in the world that I will be able to digest that level of heat. And so I had no problem getting the mild because one of the things that she did say was that you can get the mild and then add like a pack of the 2-time spicy noodle sauce in there. I have no idea even where to get that from, but so I mean I have to see if I can find that. I'll probably ask my son because he loves you know, noodles and stuff like that, and so I know that he's heard of it before. I'm not sure if he knows where to pick it up, but you know, what you would add would be the 2-time spicy noodle, and it's like a sauce packet that's in there. So if I feel like I need some heat, but I want to try it just by itself. And she does have a video for how to prepare the sauce. She actually put up a video before she launched her sauce on how to make the sauce from scratch, and she has like all the seasonings and stuff like that. But She did say that the sauces taste different. So the recipe for the sauce from scratch tastes different from the packaged recipe, and the spicy sauce tastes a little bit different than the mild sauce, because she said without all the heat, the mild sauce does taste a little bit sweeter, and I'm okay with that. But she puts pickled ginger. You know, they have the jar pickled ginger. She put that in there. She puts in, I think, like maybe a third of a bottle of Coca-Cola. She puts in an onion. There's like 4 sticks of butter. You know, different things like that. So I'm anxious to try this sauce because everybody has been raving about the sauce. Sauce is $24.99 a pack, but it does, according to her description of it, makes quite a bit. And so I guess it depends on how large your family is and what you're using it for, whether you would make the whole pack or would you just make a portion of the pack, because you do have the benefit. The pack is not resealable, but that's, you know, that's no big deal, because we buy a bunch of stuff. Potato chip, not all, but well, I don't know of any potato chips unless it's in a canister that's resealable, and I have clips that I use. So you just do the same thing, either that or you buy a container to pour the rest of the sauce mix in, and you save it that way. So you know, people kick up such a fuss about nothing, you know, because that was one of the things that they were complaining, that it wasn't in a resealable bag and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know, sometimes people just complain for the sake of complaining because they want to complain. So we not gonna have that mess on this channel. So if you know who Bloveslife is, they call her Blove, you know, and her Belovelies. What's up, my Belovelies? So if you know who Blove is, drop a comment down below letting me know that you know who she is and if you're subscribed to her channel. If you don't know who Blove is, you might want to go check her out. She has about golly, like 4-point-something million subscribers. She's very well known in the community and everything. So your girl is she's big on YouTube, and she's doing the daggone thing. Another channel that I subscribe to and I watch pretty regularly are the Ghetto Vegans, and you can find Blove. She's also on Instagram and Facebook at Bloveslife, the number 2. But you can find her there as well. The Ghetto Vegans are on Instagram. I don't know if they're on YouTube, Facebook or not. I haven't checked to see, but I do know that, you know, they have a very poppin' YouTube channel, and they do mukbangs and stuff like that too, but it's with vegan food. And so it's just an opportunity for them to show, you know, people that you can live a plant-based life, you know, be on a plant-based diet and still, you know, have options. And the wife, she has you know, some really good recipes and stuff, you know, as far as like they got a cheese sauce. They have, let me see, they have a cheese sauce. They have I think they also have their own boiled sauce that they created, and but she's just got a lot of different really good recipes. I think like for spaghetti and lasagna and, you know, just a bunch of different stuff. They also do challenges, and they do product reviews. So they did a product review comparing the Impossible Burger to the Beyond Burger, if I'm not mistaken, and you know, they just compare, you know, a lot of different stuff. They're based in LA, so they're always reviewing different restaurants, vegan restaurants in the area, or restaurants that offer vegan options. And so they just kind of keep it wide open for people who are looking for vegan options. And so they will tell you that their lifestyle is not 100% vegan, but their diet is. And so they don't even consume dairy. They are 100%. They're on 100% plant-based diet. So yeah, so that's those are a couple of the channels that I follow. I love them both. I do have a whole playlist of different videos that I watch, and I follow a bunch of different people But you know, those are my definite go-tos when I'm checking out like what to eat and you know, just different stuff like that. um so I brought up B Love's sauce because you know, my sauce came in, and you know, we're gonna check it out. But and there is a way to veganize her sauce, because like one of the things that she uses is I believe she uses chicken broth, but you can use veggie broth, and she uses regular butter. You can use vegan butter. So you know, there and Ghetto vegans actually show you how to veganize her sauce. They have a video on that and everything, and they tell you like what they substituted and stuff. So the spices that are in the bag that is delivered to you, you know, they're just spices. It's what you add to it that makes the difference. So, and if you order it, you'll see. But anyway, yeah, so I am on my way in. I am more than likely going to be uploading, probably not editing this video, but definitely uploading this video. And I'm going to be kind of playing around with the Microsoft Photos video editing software to see, you know, what I can learn or whatever, because I do have some videos set up in there already that need to be edited, and try to see how easy it'd be to pull in my intro and my outro and my, you know, my thumbnail and all of that stuff. So we'll see. I want to compare the video to that's created in Microsoft Photos to ones that I've created in Windows to oh Lord, I can't, Movie Maker, in Movie Maker. So anyway, I just want to check back in with y'all and let y'all know on my way home. It's all good to go. It's very bright out here. It has been cold today. Right now my thermostat says 54 degrees, but it feels like it's a little bit cooler than that, and it probably is considering the wind chill factor. But yeah, so we riding on to the house, and hopefully the traffic won't be too bad. And I will catch y'all in my next vlog. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Make sure that you press the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos that I'm posting, that you'll be notified once they go up. Please leave me a comment below if you have any recommendations for content, or if there's something specific that you're looking for. Also, if you know of anyone that you would like to see me collab with. I know I'm a small channel, but you know, hey, everybody needs somebody to play with. All right now, so that is going to do it for me. And as always, love yourself and love somebody else. Y'all take care until next time.